You know that feeling, right? You set a huge goal, you're totally motivated, and then a few weeks later, it just fizzles out. If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. So today, we are going to dive into the absolutely brilliant system from James Clear's Atomic Habits and figure out how to build good habits that actually last, and maybe, finally, kick those bad ones to the curb.
Okay, let's get right into it. The first thing we really have to wrap our heads around is this. Why do we fail so often, especially with those big, ambitious goals we get so excited about?
I mean, think about it. Every January, the gyms are packed, people are buying salads, and then by February, poof, it's like it never happened. This isn't just a coincidence. It's a predictable pattern. But what if I told you the reason has pretty much nothing to do with your willpower?
That's right, and this is the core idea that changes the whole game. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Read that again. It means success isn't about being some kind of superhuman with endless motivation. Nope. It's about having a better framework. And a framework, well, that's something anyone can build.
So if setting these giant, lofty goals is the trap, what's the solution? Well, it sounds kind of backward, but it's this. Think small, like ridiculously small. And this brings us to the real engine behind Atomic Habits, the incredible power of tiny 1% gains. The math on this is it's kind of staggering. If you get just 1% better at something every single day for a year, you don't end up 365% better, no way. Because of the magic of compounding, you end up almost 38 times better. That is the insane power we're talking about.
But, and this is a big but, this power is a two-way street. Just like those tiny gains compound upwards, tiny little slips compound downwards. Getting just 1% worse each day for a year, well, it brings you practically down to zero. It's a huge reminder that your daily choices are never really neutral. They're always compounding, one way or the other.
Okay, so how do we make sure we're on the right side of that chart, the one going way up? Well, James Clear gives us a super simple and really powerful framework for exactly that. He calls it the 4 laws of change.
This is it. This is the whole engine. To build a good habit, you just follow these 4 steps. You make the cue obvious, you make the craving attractive, you make the action easy, and you make the reward satisfying. And what about breaking a bad habit? You just flip the script, make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. So simple, right?
Let's make this super real. Say you want to read more. Okay, Law 1, make it obvious. Put the book right on your pillow. You literally can't miss it. Law 2, make it attractive. Pair it with something you already love, like a cozy cup of tea. Law 3, make it easy. Forget about reading a whole chapter. Your new goal is to read 1 single page. Come on, anyone can do that. And finally, Law 4, make it satisfying. Get a calendar and put a big X on every day you read. That little dopamine hit you get from not breaking the chain, it's an incredibly powerful reward. All right, now we get to what I think is the deepest, most powerful layer in this entire system. It's a huge shift in how we even think about change. It stops being about what you want to achieve and starts being about who you want to become.
And here's that crucial shift. The old way, the goal-based way, is saying, I want to lose 10 pounds. Your motivation is tied to that one outcome. But what happens after you hit it? Or if you have a setback? The identity-based way is so much stronger. You're not just trying to work out, you are becoming the type of person who doesn't miss workouts. The focus is on your identity, not just a number on a scale.
I love this quote. Think about it like this. Every single action you take is like casting a vote for the person you want to be. When you choose to read that 1 page, you're casting a vote for I am a reader. Every time you do 1 push-up, you're casting a vote for I am an athletic person. These tiny wins aren't just about the progress itself. They're about proving your new identity to yourself over and over again.
So, we've talked about the theory, that 1% rule, the 4 laws, the big idea of identity. But you know, knowledge without action is kind of useless. So let's pull all this together into a super simple plan you can start literally the second this is over.
Here it is. It's that simple. Don't try to overhaul your whole life tomorrow. Just pick one thing, one tiny habit. Then run it through those 4 laws we talked about. Make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. And the most important part, start so small it feels almost laughable. 1 push-up. Meditate for 1 minute. Read 1 page. Then track it and celebrate that tiny win. That is your first vote.
So I'll leave you with this one question. Forget about who you were yesterday. Don't get overwhelmed by who you want to be a year from now.
Just focus on right here, right now. What is the one tiny, almost effortless action you can take today to cast a vote for the person you really want to become?